Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. If you did not know, there is now a Roll Discord server. There is a link to that down in the description. People are discussing strategies and deep mathematical concepts that I don't understand, and there's a challenge every week, and so if you want more to your role, then you can find it there. And also thanks to oh so many of you that have continued to teach me oh so many things down in the comments. So rather than trying to replicate the craziness of what happened yesterday in trying to get up to those really high tier scores, what I want to do today is come back to not basics, but I want to revisit doing a 5-die run with some lottery faces, but with a few things that I've learnt along the way. Particularly that you can stack void faces on a single dice and that doesn't present any kind of a problem, whereas before I just kind of intuitively thought, oh, you can only have one. That makes sense, even though it really doesn't. And also I'm told that the rigged machine doesn't work in the way that my brain thought it did. That is to say, I thought it was, if a lottery face wins, if the next roll of this dice is a lottery face, that roll will also win. Whereas it is, as I understand it, the next roll... if a lottery face wins... Hand, why can't you roll dice? If the lottery face wins, the next lottery face you roll on this dice is guaranteed to win, which is an important distinction, because it means, in one way, you have to roll the 2 dice back to back. In the other, you can roll 1 die and then you can roll it as many times as you want until you hit that second lottery face. So, first thing I'm going to do is rack up to 97 on one of my faces, and then possibly a second face as well, and then work on towards the shop upgrades. Something else I'm intrigued to have a look at if it comes up is the run multiplier. If we can get a 96, 97, 98 set of faces and then roll runs with those, we can set the highest number of that, so the 98, to multiply all dice by 98. Now what we could also do is set one face of this die now to each of those faces and then start beginning our upgrades, and when we get to the tier of the shop that lets us move die faces around, we could move the 97 and the 98 off of the first die onto others and then clone all the faces on the other dice. So those are the things that are rattling around in my brain at the moment, but for now it's just going to be roll, build up these dice values whilst the shops are cheap. Cheap are shops. So I will jump cut to that for you, save you watching me buy 60 more of these things. Alright, some 500 rolls later, here's what I've decided on for today. We have 97, 98 doubled will be 96, and 49 doubled will be 98. So let's upgrade our shop and then see if we can't get all 3 of those numbers to appear on different dice, and then have all of those dice set to those numbers, and then get run multiplier to multiply them all. Now, run multiplier doesn't just exclusively work for 3 numbers, it can work for any number more than 3. So if we could have 5 of each with a run of each, so say we had 15 die, 5 with 96, 5 with 97 and 5 with 98, and all those faces on all those dies were all the same, every roll would be a 3-tier sequence run 96, 97, 98. So they would all multiply by 98, and you could have them all be Yahtzees guaranteed every roll, which would be fascinating, but I don't know that I'd be able to make all of that happen. Perhaps with some die cloning and some good passives, it could happen. I'd be intrigued to see what that looks like. For now, what do we need? We need numbers added to themselves, and not very much else. Rerolls would be good, but I think we can get better rerolls than just a single face, single reroll. So let's do some purchased rerolls while things are cheap. There's probably a better way to be going about this, and also I should think about how I could be generating more wealth whilst doing this bit. Or perhaps just going straight to our next tier of shop and skipping over this tier altogether. Let's do that and see if we can get more better stuff in our next tier of shop. Skip over the second tier completely. Right, 3x is not bad, just to get more value going off of our larger numbers. 10x single face multiplier on one of our alternate die for a while also will generate good value for us. So we'll put the 3x on the 97. 10x face multiplier. And it feels like a lot of rolls to get there. But we're there now, so no going back. We'll do some rerolls hunting for the other things I specifically want. We could take a 46 and double it and try and get that working into our run. No, we've already got 46. We'd need 44, wouldn't we? No? That's me being dumb, isn't it? Because 44 would be 88. That's no good for anybody. Right. 6 times rerolls, I think we want. 4x and 2x and 10x face also seem suitable. The thing we're really going to want is Passive Hunter, because without Passive Hunter, it's going to be much harder to get to the run multiplier passive that we basically need to make this whole thing work. So there's probably more optimal ways to get to where I want to be, but that's fine. I'm not trying to hit the very highest of the scoreboard today. I'm just trying to kind of proof of concept this for myself. Now, do we stick this over here so that's more likely, or over here so they can both clone the center? I guess over here, because I'm not going to be doing anything else specific with either of my dice yet. There's another 10x. Locks would be interesting if we had triple rerolls and we had one of our die that we already wanted to clone. I've realized that I've been sleeping on those massively for many things. Alright, if we don't see anything very soon, we'll just go up to the next tier of shop. Those are not add numbers to themselves, which is what I want. Fortunately, rerolls still relatively cheap. There we go, that's what we want. So we can now take our 48 and our 49. Make a 98 and a 96. So the next thing we really want is to get those onto other dice. So I think we're going to want to upgrade our shop so that we can find dice to trade off to and the ability to trade off onto those dice. We'll also get the introduction of our passives. So there's swap face. That's one of the things that we need to make this whole thing work. So let's swap the... doesn't matter really which, I don't think. So I'm going to leave the 98 here and take the 97 over to there. That way our two highest numbers have the possibility of being made larger by the side numbers. All other passives will have no effect, including all present future ones. 80% discount. Absolutely not. All numeric values less than 13 will increase by 500%. That might be worth taking now, just to build value. Because we're going to have a lot of small numbers on a lot of our dice until we change that. And as ever, it's one more thing we're not going to see in the pool. Now, I'll hunt here for a little while for some more of the stuff that we want. A 10x face I will absolutely take. Also, there's a set all dice to this number we just saw, which we also need. So we'll take this. Now when we swap these faces, the multiplier didn't move with it, which was not something I had considered. But we'll make that 10x. Then we'll set all die face to be that number, or let's get 6 die bonus first. That will help build lots of our mid-game wealth. Because for now I'm intending to stay at 6 die this run. And then we'll take less than 13 for another 1000%. Then we want to set all faces on that top die to 97. Then we want to move one of the other faces across. I'll take another 10x single face multiplier for the dice we aren't using for now, especially because we're always going to have a 97 on board now. What I think I'm going to do is load up this die with single face multipliers and then move off the 98 or the 96 over here. Although, do we want this in the center? Replaces a die face of your choice with an adjacency multiplier. When rolled, this face will have the value of all orthogonally adjacent numeric dice times the multipliers. No, so that's not going to take into account the run multiplier, so I'm not so concerned. At least I don't think it would. No 99s bonus, we definitely want. Numbers less than 13 reroll we probably want, considering we already have 1500% bonus on those dice as they currently are. Obviously we're going to want everything to reroll 3 times eventually, through one way or another. And I'm wondering if we want to put glue on our top die, because they're all going to be 97. So it might as well glue to the 97 that's times 10. Although at the moment we don't have any rerolls to impact that, so that seems less poignant. There's 6 times rerolls for something. No weights bonus and single set of a kind bonus. We may want, we could always double up our 97 die if we have lots of prime stuff to work with. We want 6 times rerolls somewhere. Question is, do we want it on our 97s or do we want it on our 10x face multipliers? I'm going to put it on the 97s just because this die has a chance to reroll because of these faces being less than 13. They have a chance to roll, I think. I think we bought that. Yeah. All the merit faces less than 13 will be rerolled an additional time. So they have some extra roll happening with them. Let's get a single set bonus for 500%. If we get non-standard sets, we can get 2 10x face multipliers to pop off with that, perhaps. I don't want weights, I don't need a +1. Although that said, we have tons of money, and a +1 is going to be worth a lot, considering something like this is less than 13 and being increased by 1500%. Not quite sure how we got this high number already, but I'll take it. There's another 10x. All single face multipliers will now target your 2 highest scoring dice. We want that. Run reroll 2 additional times. We will want that probably eventually, if we haven't got 3 additional rerolls for everything yet. Let's take a 10x. Good. Now what I think I'm going to do is put that on the 98 with the ×4 here, and that can stay here. Then the 96 with the x2 can move off where the ×2 will remain, and we can make the big number somewhere else. Double face multiplier will certainly take. I'll take a 2 times run multiplier now just to buy it. It's only going to cost us 2 rolls to get there. I will buy a 7 just to replace like a 2 over here for a while. To that end, I'll buy a +10. That can go on this 2 here to make a 12 because that's less than 13 and has a ×3 on it for now. I will take the 6 times reroll. Sorry, the 3 times 6 reroll. Because if we can manually make everything reroll in that capacity, then I will. And I'm going to put that over here where we have our triple 10x's. Right, I don't think we want any of the rest of this. Perfect square increase we don't want, because that will ruin our numbers. Weights we don't want, lotto dies we don't want. I'll take a 5 times single face multiplier for our face of many single face multipliers, because that's generating good value for us at this time. Then still looking for another face transfer, which none of these are. Whenever a die face multiplier is orthogonally adjacent to the die it is multiplying, it'd be worth 10 times more. That's going to be great for us because we still have our 98 here in the center, and if we keep that 98 here in the center, when we set this whole die to be 98, it will be adjacent to this, which will be worth 10 times more. So we will pick that up. I'm also going to pick up this 10x here. And we're not going to use this yet, particularly. But this 10x, we're going to put somewhere over here on the left. We'll put it on this 7. That is going to be the target square for the 96 when we get to move it. Now, let's get single face adjacency. We could take like all the cheap stuff. I'm under the impression that if we buy the cheap stuff and just put it out places, this is not an addition, this is just a new face. But if we have less cash, things in the next reroll will be worth less. Not sure the exact stuff behind that, but I'm not going to complain. Eventually we'll want to have combine face multipliers so that we can just make one of these things set to 99 and possibly put a weight on it. But for now, I'm just going to start increasing all these 97s because they're going to be rerolled 3 times, so we might as well have them generating as much as possible. I don't want incrementers, that will ruin 99s. Add face value to itself is not what we need. Doubles bonus. Whenever you're a number divisible by 1, we don't want to do that because that will break our 96, 98. And what I still really just want to see is the ability to move one face to another die and to set all faces on that die to be the same. That's what we're currently hung up on, and I don't want to upgrade the shop until we find that. I will take doubles bonus, because after a while we could always clone one of our die to be the same. I'll add a 6 to itself and make a 12. 12 being less than 13 still. I'll take 6 times 2 rerolls. Our top die here has times 3 for everything. This has times 3 for everything. This is a single. Let's give this all times 2. Then I think it's going to be another reroll. Buy one, get one free is nice. Triples reroll, not as likely to ever come up. But hey, a numeric 10 we will swap out for a numeric 4. Again, incrementers, don't want them. I'll take a 2x multiplier, why not? I'm going to leave the number 20 because it's larger than 13. Triples bonus again. Void die may well be worth putting somewhere. I think it's certainly worth putting somewhere now that I give it more than 2 seconds thought. Big spender, we don't want. Triples bonus is less important to me. Let's take a void die. Although, I guess my concern is, if we have void die somewhere, replace the die face of your choice with a void face. When rolled, this face will have no value. When this face is not rolled, it multiplies the value of the rolled face by 2. Consumes all existing weights on the die. A die with a void face cannot be weighted. If I were to place a void face up here, all of these eye rolls would be worth twice as much. But if we're going to have 3 dice that are going to have consecutive 97, 98, 96 on them, so that they're always multiplied by 98 when we have run multiplier, if we ever get run multiplier, the void will sometimes make those dice be worth twice as much, but on other occasions it will make the whole run not multiply by 98. So I'm going to hold off on... replace a die face of your choice with a void face. It doesn't say a numeric die face. This face will have a value but is not rolled. It multiplies the value of the roll face by 2. So what I'll do is I'll put this actually over here. And get all that being worth twice as much. That way we can have our cake and eat it too. Another 10x. Certainly no reason not to pick that up. We can swap this times 2 on the 96 to a times 10, so when we clone the 98, it becomes what we want it to be. Choose 2 dice, their positions will be swapped is not what we want. We want a face swap, Nick Cage. And we want this after we've gotten it, but right now we have no choice. Lottery failure reroll, numbers increase, I do not care about. De-incrementers I don't care about, incrementers I don't care about, so wrong time for you, I'm afraid. 6 times 3 rerolls we want. No 99s, 100% multiplier we definitely want. So we'll take the more expensive things first and hope that they make stuff free with buy one get one. All numeric faces have half the quantity of die added to their roll result. This effect occurs before bonuses. If it happens before bonuses, I'm always worried this is going to break synergies. But if all of the dice have half of them added, then the 96 becomes a 98, the 97 becomes a 99, the 98 becomes 100, and they would still be in a run, but then we might, I don't know if we lose the no 99s bonus, and this one still seems vague to me. But I definitely want this. I definitely want that. You have ×3. You since got ×2, and you're still operating on ×1, so you get an upgrade. I think I'm going to avoid this for now out of sheer fear. I'm going to replace these just for now, because they'll always clone the 97 up top. The rest, I mean, for the cost of one, I know we cleared off the, yeah, these are all 2s, these are all 3s. God damn it. Never mind then. That one's a ×2 now. Another void. Doubles reroll. Value divisible by 5. We rolled 2 additional times. Again, not sure if I want voids, more voids right now. If we had another dice, perhaps. I really just want to be able to move my 96 off this dice. I will take a 10x. Still not sure if I want glue. Well, prime numeric faces will be increased by 300%. That's our 97s up there. I'll buy doubles reroll just to get it out of the pool. We could lock one of the central die with the 2 numbers on it, but then we'd never get our final shop upgrade, because then we'd be at 6 die, which I don't want today. Add previous roll to rolls, I definitely want. We're just in that limbo, waiting for one thing to complete our strategy, which is kind of a bad place to be if you're relying on one thing to make or break a strategy. Because obviously having flexibility means you're going to be able to do more sooner. But we're making good cash at 1328 rolls, so I'm not complaining. Obviously Passive Hunter would be massive. What's this? 11? I'll replace a 6, which is not prime, with an 11, which is prime. That's, again, swap a whole die position. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by the specified amount. No, we definitely do not want this. Although, maybe we do. Maybe we just don't want it now. maybe later when our streak is in place, numeric bonus would be good for us if we can get all of our dice contributing 2 streaks. But right now, none of this is what I want to see. Lucky rerolls, doubles bonus, numbers, weights. Previous roll multipliers also might be worth something to us. But again, I don't really want to break our perfect faces for when we're trying to get the run bonuses. Let's swap a whole die, which is not what we want. I will take the perfect die bonus because we're still working with 4 die currently. It will be 5 die later, of course, but we might as well earn more now while we can. There we go. Face swap and scavenger. Rigged machine, of course, not what we want today. That's not the plan, but face swap. We are going to take this 96, swap it with this 10. Any reason not to be this 10? Because all of this die is going to become 96. All of this die is going to become 98. Take scavenger. It's going to generate some more rerolls for us on every 33rd roll. Rigged machine. This is not a lottery game today. Now we want to set these 2 die faces to be all of the respective numbers that they have showing. Add half die quantity, triples reroll. So, not what we need. Things getting more expensive now. Lightweight bonus. Whenever you roll a number divisible by 5, increase all numeric values by 2. 5x multiplier plus 10, another face swap. Now, we could move this 10x off to this die. Seems like a reasonable plan. If we can just preserve the good things we've already bought. I'm going to take this 10x single face multiplier, put it here. And remember, we left 98 in the center because when the 98 is next to the single face multiplier, it gets an extra bonus. Reroll's now costing 10 million. Would still really like Passive Hunter. And while we didn't get it, we did get set all die faces. And we will do that to the 98 in the center first. So now, the die on the right, with the single face multipliers, if we check out our passives here, if I can find the one. So, double face multiplier, all single face multipliers will now target your 2 highest scoring die. So, these guys will always target both of these. And we have proximity somewhere. not single set of a kind. Oh, is it this one? Single face adjacency bonus. Whenever a single face multiplier is orthogonally adjacent to the die it is multiplying, it'll be worth 10 times more. I do wonder then, because we have double face multiplier and single face adjacency bonus, if we actually want this die to be the one in the center, because then it would be next to the two numbers that it's replicating. So if we get a chance to move a die, I may well do that. And look at that, swap die positions is right there waiting for us. So we're going to swap the 98s for the single face multipliers. Now we need another instance of set all die faces. I'll take a 5x for the cost of 1. That's never going to hurt. Now we just need set all die faces again. That's not it. When you have less than 6, reroll twice. The value of all numeric faces is divisible by 5. Another 5x. We'll take a 5x because we now have all these die faces that are 98s but not doing any extra value. And I think just re-rolling. Triples increase, triples bonus. The 4x, 5x and 10x will take. We'll start adding on to this die over here. And we'll put faces over here for now. Right, that's everything I think I want here. I just don't see myself getting the triples bonus to work out unless we set 3 die to being 98. Double your highest die, we definitely want. A free 2x can go just about anywhere. Again, numeric bonus could be interesting once we're all set up, but we are not yet. Doubles bonus, lightweight bonus. We'll take doubles bonus because if we're going to have a 5th die, there's a good chance we could set that that 5th die to just being all 98s or something. Lightweight bonus is no good. Reroll is no good. Take a 5x and improve something that doesn't have one. I'll improve this 2x. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy another void. And I'm going to put that second void on this 5x face here, because voids stack, as I understand it now. Still looking to set this left-hand die to all 96s. There's 3 times 6 rerolls that we're missing on one of our dice faces, I think, now. So we definitely want that. So this one on the left is all 2s, so that's all now 3s. Perfect square increases we want to specifically avoid. Incrementers we're avoiding. Weights we're avoiding. We can get another buy one get one free. We can get another fewer than 6 die reroll twice, although I think we have some version of that basically everywhere so far. But with 2 buy one get ones, when we buy this, 2 things should become free. They did indeed. I will take another 10x. And let's upgrade something like this 3x here. I'll buy this for 1. Gets it out of the pool. $300 million for refreshes. As soon as we set up this die on the left, we will go to our final shop upgrade. But I don't want to go before then. Although that said, set all die faces may be more prevalent in the final tier of the shop. But there we go, that's what we wanted. So now on that left hand side die, we can set all of these to 96. And now we will always roll 96, 97, 98. So I think now it's time to upgrade our shop and get another dice. It's not doing anything yet, but we will try and make it do good stuff in time. We do still have all of the bonuses for numbers less than 13 and primes doing stuff, so we may well be able to make good use out of it. For example, if we take 1 here and add 2 to it, it's now prime. I don't know if the game considers 1 a prime number, but mathematics certainly doesn't. We can add a value to itself. We can take the 6 and make it a 12. I don't want to add more die. I don't want to buy the number 26. The value of all numeric faces divisible by 5 will increase by the bonus percentage. Sure. Triples increase we do not want. And now we are on our highest tier shop. Now the upgrades are locked. So we do want to combine face multipliers. I do want rerolls being worth 50% more. And I do want 6 times reroll on all my dice. Now I think I accidentally... Oh no, that's 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. This is a 2, which I'm mad about. So it's now a 3. I think that was a misclick from me earlier. Which is fine, these things happen. Then we can set that bottom die to always roll triples. Sorry, to always reroll 3 times. Should try and be careful with my language. Right, reroll bonus. The value of rerolled dice are increased by 50%. That's going to be huge. Because everything is rerolled by 3 times. And combining face multipliers is also going to be huge. Because we can start taking all of these times 5s and times 10s and making them to be whatever positive integer between 10 and 99 we like. So now, thanks to buy one get one free, everything is obscenely cheap. I might put a lottery multiplier for 20% worth 1/4 of the run, or the roll, down here on this bottom die that's not doing very much else. That seems to be something that it can do. And why not put an adjacency multiplier times 5 so that when it sees this, it gets times 5 of that. leave the other numbers for now. Lucky rerolls. Wouldn't hurt us, but is quite expensive now. So 10x multipliers we want, and I think I'm going to put them on the 97s, because the 97s get everything that the 96s and the 98s get, but they get it with primes, bonuses added. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by 10. All non-numeric faces will have no value. So, question to you guys. Do you think that at this time, with these faces doing what they're doing, would it be worth getting this doing nothing? I guess it's not worth doing until we have the run multiplier in place. So, I'm going to hold off on that. Lucky rerolls. If it doesn't take me too many rolls to get there, I will buy it just to try and increase this bottom die's chance of doing something funky. And you know what? I'm going to buy a shop refresh adder for this bottom die as well. I'm going to get rid of the 12 because it's not prime. Because we have not seen... not bounty hunter, that's not the word I want. Passive hunter. Die quantity single face multiplier. Upon purchase, die quantity faces can be affected by multipliers which target a single face. Single face multipliers will no longer target any numerical values. That's not what we want. Number of all prime faces increased by 500%. We absolutely do want, thanks to our 97s doing their thing up there. Now, what we're really waiting on is just the passive to make this pop, I think. Where do we want a 5? I'm going to put it here. The other thing I could do with that bottom die is try and make it also be all 97s for a doubles bonus. But fewer than 6 die, value of all dice increased by 500%, we definitely want. The rest, much of a muchness. Add half die, 3x plus 3x. At this point, I'm mostly focused on looking for the things that are going to make the synergies work. Like, we could roll up for these expensive things, but right now, I'm just going to avoid it for a while, I think. I could take something like a 52 or a wild for that bottom die. If I wanted to make that bottom die be 97s also, I would need to either move one of the 97s I have off or build up to a 97 in some other capacity. But I just want to see passive hunter and run multiplier. There's passive hunter. That's massive. And it's even going to give us 2 rerolls just for buying it. Now, I don't think we need 3x rerolls on anything at this point, do we? You are all 3x. You are all 3x. You are all 3x. As are you, and as are you. So we have maximum rerolls on everything, so that's fine. Yahtzee bonus, I'm not going to work towards today, although I am intrigued about a world where we add locks to one of our numbers to make 5 of them, probably the 97 because it's prime as well, but it's going to be hard to get that to go with our earning potential at the time we need it to, I think. But also this is worth 2 rerolls to us, so how expensive is it in rolls to get to? Probably more expensive than is worth right now. Ah, we're so close now. 2 more million. There it is. Run mega increase is the wrong thing. Die quantity single face multiplier is not what we want. Another lock. Another plus 3x. Heavyweight bonus. Yahtzee bonus. Another void face. No weights triple reroll is too late for that. 500% bonus is only 22 billion. Seems cheap enough to try and warrant getting 2 rerolls off of it. Does it? No, I've changed my mind. Normally I'd be so excited to see that, but not today. Another buy one get one. And another 2 set all faces. So if I had a mover face right now, we could have made 2 other dice be what we wanted them to be. I don't think we need another buy one get one. However, it will give us 2 rerolls. And it will make possibility of buying 1 passive and earning the other one to be cheaper. When a die rolls a successful lottery face, the next lottery face rolled on the same die is a guaranteed success. A guaranteed success will not trigger this effect. Now, if I could get something like a 50% chance at 100 to make this pop off more, would that be worth it to me? Perhaps. And if I'm going to buy something, I should buy the more expensive thing first, so that then the cheaper thing has a chance to get cheaper on buy one get one. Like that. We got 2 free rerolls. Then we get 2 more. When you roll a run, all numeric values increased by 2. Yahtzees, shop refresh adder. These are not the things I want. Lottery bonuses. We do have that 1 lottery face that I am going to try and make work, I think. So we might as well have 2 lottery faces on that die. But we're going to get to the end of this run without ever seeing run mega increase, aren't we? How much is this? 15 mil? Versus 23 and 36 mil more. I guess we do have 3 buy one get ones now. So buying the lottery increase may well make the things that we want to be 1. I'm just going to be sad if we don't see run mega increase pop up. Alright, well that worked out. I'll wait to see a lottery face that's got a higher percentage on it. Reroll primes, lightweight bonuses. Upon purchase, non-standard dice can receive the effects of doubles, triples, and Yahtzee bonuses. Intriguing, but not really what we want at the moment. And everything's so expensive now, we're at kind of that later stage where we can't just buy stuff frivolously anymore. This, I think we definitely want. As expensive as it is, it's going to, as somebody explained to me, these are multiplying the 98s but not the times 10s. So it will make it so that they add the full multiplier to their value. Although how much was this? Like 100 billion? Let's roll to 500, see where we're at. That's 61 billion. This is twice as much still. And it may well do wonders for us, but it's not the thing I want to make this run work out with. But now am I going to regret re-rolling while I've earned so much extra money? It's going to make everything even more expensive, right? $61 to 75 for 50. Don't think it's worth trying to climb up it for another 45 billion. So I'm just going to look for the thing we came for at this point, I think. Where is my run mega multiplier? I'm just going to whack this down there whilst we pass it. No weights bonus for 200% when it's very close to our current shop budget. We will stop and get that, as we have no weights. Value of all numeric faces divisible by 2 will increase. Well, that's all our 96s and our 98s. How long to get to 65 million? Pretty a lot to get there. But we did. Alright, run mega increase, where are you? Reroll bonus of 100% seems incredibly worth it, but 320 rolls left. How many billions are we working up to again? 138. Yeah, it would have been good earlier, but I just want to see this hypothesis work out. And of course I made everything more expensive for myself again. Run mega increase. Oh, run mega multiplier. What's it called? Run multiplier. It's a big X and then 3 dice. Top 3 would have been great a long time ago. That's all Yahtzee stuff. Another buy one get one. It's going to be too lucrative, isn't it? Factor 18 multiplier would have been great ages ago. We might as well try and earn some more free rerolls. Imagine if it had just been removed from the game. And there's still so many good things that you haven't had a chance to buy or funds to do so with. You imagine if you got all of the good stuff loaded up front in the run. It's like this, but with a great big X on it. Is what we're looking for. But alas, today is not going to be the day. We are going to get another roll because we get one every 33. If we get it now, I'll be so mad. We did not. Well, the proof of concept is there. I'm really intrigued to see what happens if you get this going with all of the passives that you need it to. But today, it's not going to be a high scorer. It's just going to be a lesson about stick-to-itiveness and realizing that you can't always get what you want. In any case, thank you guys ever so much for watching. Thank you for all of the advice and things you have taught me. As ever, if you want to see any more discussion, you can catch us in the Discord. It's linked down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.